So, speaking of the heart condition, when people say, God knows my heart, don't judge me. I can do and say what I want because God knows my heart. I'm a good person. And now, when I say that, I'm not speaking of the person on the street or your coworker or someone that you know may or may not be a believer. I'm speaking of a person that claims to be a believer that says they love our Father, our Heavenly Father, Elohim, Yahweh. Yet they say He knows my heart, so I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. A very good friend and sister of mine posted on Facebook today, and I just want to read to you all what she put on the post, and it touched me in such a way that I knew this was straight from the Ruach, straight from the Spirit of Yahweh. She says, I hear a lot of people going against the word and saying, the Father knows my heart. And I agree, He does. But the question I have to ask is, do they know the Father's heart? Do they understand that He's our Heavenly Father and He has feelings too? Do they understand that His word was given to us as loving instruction so that we wouldn't displease Him? Do they understand that He truly loves us and it is His desire that none of us should perish? I can say that now I do truly understand. See, I used to be one of those people too. Then one day when I really got serious with my walk with the Father, I found myself emotional, crying about all the times in taking advantage of His love for me. All the times I ignored His loving instructions because I wanted to have fun, or I felt I'm under grace now. I see now that because that was a very dangerous way of living. The Father's word will always be the Father's word. He never changes. Anything and everything He said still stands today. He cannot lie. There are many ways the devil deceives us, and one of the main ones is telling us that it's okay for us to live how we want to live and do what we want to do. And I know what you're thinking. And yes, we do have free will. We can do what we want and live how we want. But the Father's word says, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. Ask yourself this question and be honest with yourself. How much do you love the Father? And that was the end of her post. That was so powerful when I first read it. I just wanted to share that with you all. I feel in my spirit the Ruach is telling me this is for somebody. Somebody needs to hear this. I used to be one of those people too. God knows my heart. Don't judge me. You can't tell me what to do. My relationship with my Father is my relationship with Him. And it's true. However, Yeshua made a very good point in Matthew chapter 15 about the heart condition. What comes out of our mouth reflects our heart condition. And I just want to read to you all Matthew 15. I'll start at the first verse. Then there came to Yeshua scribes and Pharisees from from Jerusalem, saying, why do your Talmudim transgress the tradition of the elders? for they do not wash their hands when they eat bread. Verse 3, but he answering said to them, why do you also transgress the command of Elohim because of your tradition? 4, for Elohim has commanded, saying, respect your father and your mother, and he who curses father or mother, let him be put to death. 5, but you say, whoever says to his mother or father, whatever profit you might have received from me has been dedicated. 6, is certainly released from respecting his father or mother. So you have nullified the command of Elohim by your tradition. 7, hypocrites! Yeshayahu rightly prophesied about you, saying, this people draw near to me with their mouth and respect me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. 9, but in vain do they worship me, teaching as teachings the commands of men. 10, and calling the crowd near, he said to them, hear and understand. 11, not that which goes into the mouth defiles the man, but that which comes out of the mouth, this defiles the man. 12, then his Talmudim came and said to him, do you know that the Pharisees stumbled when they heard this word? 13, of course they did. 13, but he answering said, every plant which my Father of the Shamayim has not planted shall be uprooted. 14, leave them now, they are blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind leads the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. 15, and Kepha answering said to him, explain this parable to us. 16, this is my favorite part. And Yeshua said, are you also still without understanding? 17, do you not understand that whatever enters into the mouth goes into the stomach and is cast out in the sewer? 18, but what comes out of the mouth comes from the heart, and these defile the man. 19, for out of the heart come forth wicked reasonings, murders, adulteries, whorings, thefts, false witnessings, slanders. 20, these defile the man, but to eat with unwashed hands does not defile the man. So I hope that's a betaha, a blessing to someone today. I love that Yeshua was saying that washing your hands, that's a tradition of men. And he was being literal here. Now, don't get me wrong. I wash my hands before I eat. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. However, that does not defile the man. That does not, when you don't wash your hands, if you eat food without washing your hands, that does not defile your heart. It does nothing to your heart. Your heart will reflect in what comes out of your mouth. So when someone says, God knows my heart, Elohim, Yahweh, when someone says that, yes, he does. But we can also see what's in your heart by what you say. Again, do you love the Father? Do you truly love him? At this point, it's not really how much, it's if you love him. Period. Your heart will reflect that in what comes out of your mouth.